today at Three Forks Cakes. They're located at 2276 Three Forks Church Road in Taylorsville. The owner is April Jenkins, and we're so proud to be here at your place. You do such good work here in the county, and I know your delicious treats make a lot of people happy. So we're going to tell the fine folks in Alexander County what you do, and well, actually surrounding counties, because you serve multiple counties. But anyway, one of the best bakers here in Alexander County is April Jenkins. And you tell us about the business. When did you get your start here?
Well, it began as a hobby in 2006, and my children were just 3 and 4, and I needed, kind of something for myself. So it started as a hobby because that was something I could do at home and take care of them. And then from there, I would practice on things, and people just wanted me to make cakes for their kids' birthdays, and they just went from there. It snowballed and turned into a lot bigger operation than I ever imagined.
I'm sure it did, yeah. So 2006 is a hobby, 2008 is a business then.
Yeah, I had people that started wanting to pay me for making their kids cakes.
Oh, that's nice.
All this, absolutely,
that helps.
absolutely, because it's not cheap to buy all these ingredients.
Right.
But they started wanting me to make it for them to pay me for it, and so I thought, well, if I'm going to start taking money for things, you got to start looking at being a business, and so that's the next thing I did, was to look into what do I have to do to legally take money for these baked goods, because you have to, anytime you're taking money for a product, you've got to turn it into a business.
Oh, yep, so all your licenses and all that good stuff.
Especially food, there's a lot more involved in food.
Yeah, you got health inspections and stuff.
Yeah, sometimes.
Good deal, good deal. But folks, I mean, if you haven't seen some of the products that April creates, I mean, it'll just blow you away. The cakes, I mean, how many tiers they are, or the decorations, or whatever. You're not going to be disappointed whatsoever. You'll actually be amazed. Just go to our Facebook page. I guess it'd be facebook.com/Three Forks Cakes, or just search for that on Facebook. But anyway, we'll get into that a little bit more later. So you're now in your new building. Seemed like it was just yesterday probably, but you used to bake out of your house.
Yes.
Now you've got your own building. I think that was, you said, about 3 years ago.
About 3 years ago. We had to do something.
Yeah.
Because it just took over. The business took over and just took over the house, and I operated from my home kitchen, which we're very fortunate to be able to do in the state of North Carolina. We can, it's called a cottage foods laws that I have to operate under, but you can do so much from your home kitchen with there's a few restrictions on that. But I did that for 7 years at least, and then
you just outgrew.
Oh yeah, it was just, there was cakes everywhere all the time. It was a mess everywhere. And we had to do something. So
happy husband, happy life. No, that's not the way it goes.
Well,
anyway.
It's loud too. It's loud. All these mixers going and ovens going and pans banging around all the time, and it's just it just took over anybody's home kitchen. It's hard to run a business out of that. So I had to. We looked into different things. We looked into adding on to our current home. We looked at maybe even purchasing a different home where we could do something like that. Like maybe convert a basement, or something. But we kept going back to putting a separate structure on our property. And so that's the route we took. And I'm very thankful, very grateful for my building, because it's so wonderful to be able to work from home, yet not work in your home. Yeah. It's perfect.
Well, it kind of separates business and home life, so that's good.
Sure.
But it's a really nice building, and we're going.
Yeah, it's just big enough for me. It's not huge, but it's a little over 500 square feet, and about semi-commercial as far as the equipment goes, and so I just love it. I'm very grateful for it.
It's a nice facility. It's good. It's what you need.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of occasions do you bake for? I know there's all weddings, birthdays, and stuff like that, but really, I guess anything?
Just about.
Yeah.
Just about. I can't think of any occasion I've not done a cake for.
Really?
I've done, of course, birthdays and weddings. Those are your more popular. Anniversaries, baby showers, wedding showers. I've done baptisms. Church anniversaries, like to commemorate the anniversary of a church. I've done gender reveals, if you want to tell the crowd what gender your baby's going to be.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I've even done divorce cakes.
Oh, really?
Yes, sometimes that's a happy occasion, depending on the situation, I guess.
I guess it could be.
Yes, so I've done those as well. Yes.
Cool. All right. So whatever you need, folks, she can do it here. And I guess you do cupcakes too.
Oh,
and stuff
sure,
like that.
sure. And I do what I call home style cakes also, which would be just like you'd
like
have
a German chocolate or something.
Yeah, something you'd have at Sunday dinner. That's what I say. You know, like Grandma would make. You know.
Well, what kind of turnaround time were you looking at? I mean, I know it depends on what whatever kind of cake it is, but
sure. I mean, it depends, and there's not a certain amount of time notice I need. You know, it just depends on how many cakes I already have for the date that's needed.
True.
Sometimes I can take one on with just a couple days notice. Sometimes I'm booked out a certain weekend for maybe a month ahead. So you just never know. You know, I just always encourage people, you know, as soon as you know the date that you need a party cake or, you know, whatever you need, as soon as you know the date, to let me know.
Yep.
And I can check that first and at least pencil that in.
Right.
We can iron out all the other details as we go. I mean, you may not even know the theme of your kid's party, but as long as you know what date you're going to have it, that's what I need to know first.
That's some good advice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So usually a couple weeks is good.
So if they want to get on your calendar, they just simply call you at 828-455-6348.
Yes.
And it's also threeforkscakes@yahoo.com.
That's right.
All right. So can they get a cake lined up via email, or do they need to actually call you and touch base?
Well, I encourage the written communication.
Okay.
And Facebook
the details,
because that way I can always reference back to it. And although I'm here a lot working, I'm also on the go a whole lot. And if I'm not here and I don't recognize a phone number, I just usually go to voicemail. But it's a lot quicker and easier for me to get the written communication with like Facebook, for example.
So Facebook Messenger or threeforkscakes@yahoo.com.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Well, very good. So this is by appointment only. It's not really just drop in here at your shop. So if they want to come visit and check out your shop and talk to you, and I guess maybe you have some examples of cakes and things of that stuff they could maybe browse. So just give you a call or send you a message. Okay.
That's better because we're a sports family, so we play a lot of ball and we're on the go a lot.
I know that.
When I'm here, I'll be glad to talk to anybody. But usually give me a call first or something, so I know to expect you.
You got a really special family, and we glad you're here in Alexander County, and glad you're doing such a wonderful job with Three Forks Cakes.
Well, I've been here all my life. I don't intend to go anywhere else.
Me neither.
My husband and I were both born and raised here,
Yep.
and that's what we intend for our children. So I hope I try to make a conscious effort to shop small. I can't, nobody can do that on everything, but I try to as much as possible to support the small business in our county because I want to see it flourish. Not just me, but all our small businesses. Exactly. And so, any of my supplies and all, if I can buy it here in the county, I try my best to do that.
Well, April, we certainly appreciate that.
I do.
Help our economy as much as you can. We appreciate it. All right, well, keep up the good work here at Three Forks Cakes. Again, you can reach her at 828-455-6348. Look her up on Facebook, send her a Facebook message, or threeforkscakes@yahoo.com is the email, or go to her website and see a bunch of pretty photos there, threeforkscakes.net. And as always, I'm Gary Herman with the Alexander County Economic Development Corporation. We encourage you to buy local right here in Alexander County. To learn more about our Buy Local Alexander County campaign, visit the Alexander County EDC website, alexanderedc.org, or give me a call, 828-632-1378. Buy Local Alexander County.